Hey, Dave Knight here from 123daytrade.com. Thanks for watching. Thanks for being here. Today is Monday, May 14th, 2018. Hope you're having a good trading day. I'm trying to win the combine today. I need 70-70 on 2 right now. 70-70. Well, actually, I need it to run through 70-70. Get 70-69. We need to break through the pivot line. I thought I would record this because this is going to be close today. We got 71.002 as my stop now. The market retraced back to 7100 on this downward movement. I came in at 7114 right in this area. We have a high blue bar volume that came in right here, and the 7126 so far has held. So I'm hoping that this movement that I'm in right now will get my target, but not being stupid, I'm going to take some profit. As you can see, I'm down 130. Trading 2, this will bring me up, I think, +9 or so. +11, I believe. I mean, if I get slippage, maybe it'll be even better. But I will cut the loss, and I'm trying desperately to move on to FTP, but not being stupid enough to say, all right, well, this is the one that's going to do it. Well, I don't know that. It might take, hell, it might take to a whole week to get to 32. You know, I'm at a mental block right now that I've got to get over myself, and I'm hoping, obviously, that this is the movement that will do it, that will break through pivot right here and get down into the settlement line. Based upon the volume that I see, that that until we see high red bar volume, the market shouldn't go back up. That's just my personal philosophy and belief. Need an equivalent, usually an equivalent volume to come in on the red side to stop the downward movement, but doesn't mean that retracements can't knock you out and then it can go on its own merry way. But I want to make sure to win today and get closer to my target. Obviously, if it hits, it goes down here 20-21 ticks from here, I win. I'll have the account balance over 32,000, and I'll get to move on to FTP. So I thought maybe I would record this because it might be my winner today. That'll be 22 from here, less 13. Maybe get a positive slippage of 12, of 2. So obviously what I'm hoping for is that we'll break the pivot line here and head down for a bit. And then we'd see high red bar volume, hopefully below the settlement line. Settlement being at 70.70 today. I mean, boy, that's extremely attractive to hit. Just need a little push here to send it down. I mean, what I like about it is it's not able to push up. I mean, doesn't mean it won't shoot straight up, but it's not been able to shoot up yet. So it's got a chance. 20 ticks less 13 is plus 7. That's enough to cover commission costs today and move on. Basically a little bit better than where I started the day, and maybe if it doesn't get it today, maybe I get it tomorrow or Wednesday on the inventories. I believe Wednesday's inventory again. Just keep hoping that I can catch a break here. Inventories on Wednesday. So what are we looking for? I'm looking for the 5-minute chart to run down here to get down to this area. I believe we can get there. I mean, I believe we can run to 70.70. Otherwise, I wouldn't look at it. Put a bunch of trades in on at that level, thinking that we're not going up any higher than 26 right now without having some offsetting red bar volume. But we can easily run our target here and then go on down, which is frustrating, but I don't want to not take something away from the market now, especially after we've went down to the pivot, and it could easily run all the way back up through pivot, up through the R1, and keep going up. This might be all she wrote to the downward retracement right now. The counter trend move being up today. It's an up move overall today, and that's because I always look at pivot being, are we up or down? Right now we're up over pivot, therefore it's an up move, and we haven't been able to break pivot either. This trade will at least get me back to break even a little higher. So can't worry about stuff that I have no control over. If 7104 takes me out and then it goes down to 70.70, I can't worry about stuff like that, because there was trades last week that I would have won too. I will catch one. It's just a matter of when. A little bit of luck, I'll catch basically what ends up being a 2p move. Can a 2P move happen now? I don't know. Maybe. Honestly, it's this stuff that is the hardest thing about trading. To get out right at this little high right here, and then it comes off of it, that's the stuff that'll drive you absolutely bonkers. Should I have been at '05 as opposed to '04? It's shit like that really it'll drive you nuts. I mean, I guess, should I have been worried about break even at this point in the game with a couple hours left of trading? No, I think, yeah, I think the answer to this is yes. I mean, hell, it bounced off a pivot. I mean, if it was going to run down, it would have went through pivot at that point and not fucked around or up here. That was its best chance. Its best chance to break this line was right then. Was right here when it got down here at 11:20 in the morning. When it got here, that was its best chance. Now it's a freaking crapshoot. We're back into the gunk again. You could be strong in the close and finish above 72. What the hell do I know? And this could be the low right now that got posted coming, well, not the low. The low is 70.26. I mean, so I was looking for the market to retrace back to where it's already been during the day. It's not a lot to ask of the market if it wants to go somewhere. But if it doesn't want to go, then obviously then it's just not a valid argument. Right? The argument now is that pivot's holding, therefore get the fuck out. I mean, obviously I could have taken more profit if I'd known pivot was going to be the freaking low. I'd have got out at pivot and took $500 win off on the table here. But part of me wants to win the damn. I mean, not part of me. There's a huge part of me that wants to move on, and I hate nickel and dime the market. I hate nickel and dime the market that I believe is I'm in a strong position, and honestly, I still think I'm in a strong position unless it gets above this 13 mark. I just didn't want to take the losses coming up through here. In the end, maybe I would have had one off down here at 1p, and then the second one coming off at break even. It would have net effect have been the same damn thing. back to '04. You know, part of me just looks at this and says, oh, we're going to go 70-70. We're heading 31 ticks down right now. Easy. The other part of me sees, oh man, we can hit the highs and then trade off. And when I'm in that situation, the best place to be is sidelines. When I can see both sides of the market. I mean, honestly, what are we trading? We're trading from pivot to R1 right now. We're not trading pivot to S1, we're trading pivot to R1. So R1 is at 70.10 today. So there's still, I mean, S1 is at 70.10, and you can see pivot point at 70.86 being an asshole today, keeping the movement from happening. And I see it bouncing off the frickin' pivot line again and then doing what the hell it wants to do. But I mean, it just gets to the point where if you second guess yourself, you're going to drive yourself nuts. It just, you know, it just, that trade didn't work out. That's all I can say about it right now. I mean, it just did not work out. It was not profitable to stay in the market that bounced off the frickin' pivot and went up to here, because it could just as easily run the high right now at 26. A little bit of buying action into the market right now sends this market above R1. And you know as well as I do that these frickin' long traders like to screw the shorts anytime they can. And right now, what it looks like to me is a bear trap. Sucking as many of these short traders in and then screwing them on this movement that's going to send it over R1. It wouldn't even surprise me if they allow the market to go under pivot and then fuck them all. Be interesting to see how this pans out. I'm done. I'll come back and we'll have synopsis of this trading day. I had 6 trades on the day, up +7. So I'm finishing up off my lows of Friday, and maybe Tuesday I'll get closer to 32, if not above it, and if not, maybe Wednesday. Wednesday opens up the door. I mean, I had some really decent trades today on all shorts, all off of volume bars. You know, the only one that I didn't get into, well, I probably should have got into, was this one right here. That if I would have got in here, you know, if I had stayed at 14 this whole time, roughly. I mean, let me rephrase that. If I didn't, you know, if I'd have stayed at 14 instead of, you know, getting out before all this, I didn't know how high this market was going to go. Therefore, I got out of this one. And then, you know, this one didn't go far enough down, and then it came back up, and I got out at break even. And then this one here was the third one that I got involved in, and it got me out, as you can see right in this area. I finally gave up. I don't know. Part of me thinks that I screwed up and that it's going to go to my target and I could have won the day. And then I'm getting to the point where I'm caring too much about a +7 win when I could have had the whole damn thing won today. That's what's the frustrating part that I'm personally going through, because I'm at a break point in my you know, I've got the account up over 1,500 on a couple days already, and what would have already been a win is not a win, and I have to keep trading this mother frickin' market because I got to get above 32,000. And I asked myself, am I taking the best trading decisions or am I pressing? Um, I don't believe I pressed today. I used this to help me get involved, and I used pre-market. I was down off of this bar early, I believe, or is it? Yeah, around this time. And then I looked at another one right in here. So here's the one that kind of tricked me. Uh, I stayed away from it because it didn't fill into underneath this area right there. But I thought we were done going up there, and then this one here is obviously where I said, you know, we're done going. And now the mother dingo dingo bucka dingo make a market. And so, you know, this retracement, this is a 1p move from entry point up here. I kept trying at 71.14. But now, man, I just don't really know which way it wants to go. It's like the Willy Wonka movie, man. Charlie and the Chocolate Factory. You're in that frickin' steamboat ride or whatever that paddle boat is. And it's going to frickin' nowhere, although it feels like it's going like a zillion miles an hour. You're just like, I don't like the way the market just settled down here. I mean, it looked like it was going to do something, and it doesn't. And this is just a very, very frustrating thing to be trading. The part of me thinks if I just would have stayed in 71.05 right now keeps me in the market, and that would have only been +5, and that's still enough to 50 less $22. It's enough to win the day, you know. And that's the kind of crap that drives me absolutely insane. You know, where to place the frickin' stop when you're trying to recover from a loss. I could literally have kept it at '06 right now and still won this day. It's just stuff that you don't know. You can't know that stuff. I mean, I could, on the other side of this, I could have got out at 99 and had, you know, $100 more instead of 70 buck win. I had a 170, but obviously I'm looking for the bigger target right now. Very frustrating period of life right now, sitting in front of this 31,000 trying to get to 32. Okay, I missed a short, but I decided to catch the long. We didn't get to 72 or 70, and we also didn't reach 72 would have been a 2p down move. It touched it but didn't go through it. I decided to trade one long and looking for new highs. 47 should win it if we can get a run into close and take out those highs at 26. Looking at the 5-minute chart, I'm looking for it to break up and get through R1, go up here and knock out the highs and maybe get up a little bit higher. 47, 48 should win the day. Entry point is 7078. 7099 is 1p. A 1p up move is 7099. Two p move is 20. 3p move is 7141. So obviously what I'm looking for is hoping that we can at least reach up to here. See if we can run highs into close. Feel like I'm just nickel and diming the market right now. This line here was the long above line, 76 mark. So that's what I used. I don't know whether we'll stay above it, but you know, it obviously worked that time. Now it's coming down hard. My thought process is we couldn't break down, therefore what can't go down needs to go up, at least for a little bit. Now if it runs me out, it runs me out. But you know, we got within 2 ticks of hitting that 70 mark. That's what I needed. overall. Now it looks like it might just have to happen tomorrow, but maybe we'll get a strong move into close. Reach 7070, but not through. Oh, what a one today. Blue on a yellow, blue on a down. Blue bar on a down bar. This could be at the end of the low, the end of the down move. Give up all my gains today. All right, so I'm going to be at even for the day plus a little bit, looking for the market to maybe reach back to the highs of the day. Protect 70.99. Then we got a target way up here for now is the GAN number, but obviously I'm expecting to get taken out at 70.99 and then close out the day. But just in case we do have some room to run, I want to be able to we'll call it 70.98. It'll be 12, 10, 18 ticks with 5 ticks of loss and 13 trades. We'd be up 131.90 right now, all things being equal, which still puts me within striking distance tomorrow of and Wednesday of hitting that 32,000. Damn it, I could have hit it today if I would go after 1p on movements. But you don't know that going into a Monday. You don't know what the average range of movement's going to be. Now I got a better understanding of what the average range of movement will be. So I can hold this one up until 3:10 my time. I mean 3:10 Central Time, which is 4:10 my time. So basically an hour and a half I can hold if it's going to stay. I told you where I thought the market was going to go. You'd think I'm insane, but that line right there is where I thought the market could break to 113, 711, 7113. I've been toying around with zones of control into close plus average range of movement or ADR. ADR today was 21 ticks to 1.5 to 31. So if you measure 71 to 113, that's kind of the movement that happened today. Was 42 is actually a 2p move. The market bounced off of the 200 bar SMA on the 5-minute chart as far as I'm concerned. That's what it bounced off today. That's what I tried to get long on and to close. So maybe the stock market will lift it to the rest of the way, or we'll just get knocked out here and call it a day. You're looking at movement that could happen. I don't know if it can reach all the way up here, but I want to be able to be in front of it just in case it does decide to run. And 7100 mark's been Been a pain in the ass all day today. We have a high of 71.26. I don't know if we got there, if it'd go higher than that right now today. But it might. Just never know. And I want to make sure that today's positive and trading for tomorrow. So if it takes me out here, it looks like I'll be around 31,370. And be around 629.80 away from profit, which could be a one trade win on a 3p move tomorrow. Or if I just keep picking away at it, we'll see. I'm going to pause here till either I get knocked out or I close not the trade. Okay, I moved up one tick to 70.99. Market's still participating here. I think we're going to get up to this high. I think it's going to at least test that high. The 3p move from 70.71, if I'd have got in, had been able to hold at 71, would have been a little bit better of a trade. But that's what I'm measuring right now. 3p move is 71.34. So we're closing in. I mean, it's still R1s up here, and the high of the market. You know what? Let's go ahead and lock in 71.01 because it got to 71.02 that last move. So that seems like a reasonable mark to hold. Get a little bit more profit for the day with the opportunity of maybe winning the whole damn thing. I have to double check the 73 mark. Right now 73 is 10 ticks off of 83, which is the Gann number. That's all that is right now. That's the hope, wish, and prayer movement that we get there. Okay, if I figured this out right, 71.64 would win the day at the whole move. Obviously, I don't think we're going to get there. I believe it's going to hit my 71.01 or somewhere in the middle of there. Prior to it, but that would win the day. Well, actually, we've already won the day, but that would win the combine. So it'd be around right now. Currently, we're running the account about to 31,380.2, and that would be $620 away from 32. So any extra dollar today is a dollar closer to 32 right now. So once again, what I can tell you about 32,000, it's a mental barrier to me that I am working to overcome. Quite confident I can get above 1,500. So 2,000 is only 500 extra dollars, and my high water mark was 601, by the way. I got the 31,601 before I had my drawdown on Friday, and I'm recovering some of that loss today. And with a little bit of luck tomorrow, and a good signal, and a 3P move, I could hit this. A one trade win. Boy, that'd be awesome. Okay, I'm going to pause here until it runs me out or I close out. Be back. Okay, I did hit 7101 right there. And I finish up recovering some of the loss from Friday. 31,380.2. Better trade management could have won the day, maybe, barely. But what I would have had to done is hold two contracts into, where was I short from? On this retracement right up through here. I got out, this is how close I was from staying in the trade itself. I had 7104 as a stop, and if I had 7105 and not moved, right here hit 64, right here hit 68, so it went 70-70 right here. It went under 70-70 right here at 112. That's how close I was to getting the 32,000 right here. My estimation is if I would have been able to hold this right in, I think it was right here, hold that trade that I was short from with those two contracts to here, I'd have won. I'd have been above 32K, and then I would have moved to FTP. The problem was that it knocked me out up there at 7104. And that is always going to be an issue, at least it's always been an issue with me, is how far to move down when you're in a win. In other words, how much profit to take from the trade. And remember, I was negative on the day at that point. So at the end of the day, what I did was get my loss back and put myself in position to win tomorrow. So win tomorrow. Ideally, I'm looking for a one trade win with a 3P move. I've been looking for that for a while. Since Friday, once again, if I'd have been taking 1P out of this market, which is kind of what I'm thinking about on two contracts, if I can find an opportunity to trade those two, down and through here was an opportunity maybe to get into two. I caught that move right there, but I didn't feel confident to take that with more than one. And I was looking to get to even. As a whole, I I'm okay. I don't like I mean, I noticed that my trade levels are coming up. A lot of that is happening because I'm trading two. Of the 13, I believe three of those were two contracts or four. So that was 8 trades at two, and that leaves what, five? Can I count? 8 plus 5 is 13, right? Yeah. So 5 single trades and 4 double trades, staging in, and the best I could do today was 140. Uh, I don't know if, but like I said, right here. No, it wasn't there. It was this level right here. This retracement right here. You know, looking back at this, if I would take less of a win right here, or if I would have been just at the blue line, which I've got charts upon charts that say hold the blue line, and I didn't hold the blue line, and I should have right here. I hold the blue line at 7106. I win this day. But right here, when the market went to 7104, damn it, it sure looked like it was going to go up to the new highs. I mean, if you go look back right here and you're looking at this market right there where I'm getting knocked out of the market, that sure looks like it wants to go back up to here. Ideally, what I wanted to do and what I wanted to see is I wanted this level to hold. I wanted right here, the 7103 level to hold. And it didn't. Ideally, it didn't hold. It actually hit 7104 twice. Right here, and then again, once again right here. And I had my buy-sell signal up here. So, and that came into play later in the session when I was trading. So, I don't know. I mean, it's half dozen of one, half dozen of another. I mean, it's a crapshoot sometimes, and I hate being in a crapshoot. When I get into a crapshoot, I like to find the sidelines. So, ideally, this move to pivot that I expected. If you go back and watch the video, I expected a move to pivot. So, pivot point magnetism, moving back to pivot. What I was hoping for, honestly, was that we would hold. Actually, that line right there is 7104. I didn't see that. So that's my mistake. There's a little red line right here at 11:11. It shows 04. So if I would have hold 05 or 06, what I saw was these two reds right here, and I was measuring that right through here, the fat of the bar. But there's one bar right there that peaked above 04, and I did not see that. So that's a mistake on my part. You can't be perfect, but hey, right now what I'm telling you is I'm chipping away, and I'm not worrying about day count right now. I'm just trying not worry. Let me rephrase that. I'm trying not to worry about day count. I'm trying to just get moving to the next stage. It's hard. It's hard. It's just not easy. And trading's not easy. It never has been. At least it's not been for me. But trying to get into trades that make sense. And my best trade I got involved in today was up here at the highs. And the signal bar that I used was this right here. And I waited for it. I tried to start shorting in this area. And then I stopped. And then I tried again as we moved back down through it. And I tried again. And this one right here is the one I caught. And then damn it if it didn't take me out. So but honestly, this was not a lot of movement. If you look at range of movement today, we went from 70.26 to 71.26. Yeah, that's 100 ticks, but a lot of that happened prior to the 9 o'clock or 8 o'clock EST mark. So if you look at the 8 o'clock mark, it's right here. So 70.77 to 71.26, 76.62, whatever that is. I mean, that's not a lot of range. Most of this range of movement happened over the overnights again. The lows coming in at what does it look like? 3 a.m., 2 a.m., 2 a.m. lows, and then we had 9 a.m. highs. Kind of a typical Monday. Not given, well, not typical, but a non-trending Monday. Let's just call it that. It was a non-trending Monday. Look at that son of a gun. It went down to 01. Now it's up to 71.09, 010. You know what? It's just sometimes, you're the goose. Sometimes you're the other side of that, right? Sometimes you're the squirrel and you get the nut. Other times, damn it, another squirrel grabs your nut before you can get it. So today's like that for me. My squirrel didn't grab his nut today. I mean, I'm glad that I'm up on the day. Um, like I said, my high water mark is 31,601. So I've been above 1,500 on 2 straight days of last week, Wednesday, Thursday, I believe. Then I went down to 31,288, and now I'm up to 31,380. So like I said, I'm within one trade of hitting 32K. And hopefully tomorrow I can be smarter and maybe grab 1 or 2P to get even closer on a move that happens. And we'll have to look at our lines tomorrow to see what's important. I've got some lines on the charts that I believe are important. I'm going to get rid of this 718 now. I believe this one's important at 7113. 7076 looks like it's important. I'm going to hold the 7051. I'm going to get rid of this one now, if we have any others. And I don't believe 7126 is that important right now. It's just the highest session. So I think that gets run easily tomorrow. Heck, we're only 20 ticks away from it right now. 7126 was run at, was that where it was hit? Right here. At 9:54 a.m. And we had our high volume bar that we weren't able, we got above it barely, right? So here at 9:44, yeah, that looks like that's important. And then we have our high run right there. And then 7113 seems to be the point today that has been given some sticking points today over the market around that area. You can see that if you go back here and look at 7113, it played around that area an awful lot today. So I expect that to be resistance or support depending upon how we go into it tomorrow. That's why I want to leave that line on. And that's about it. That's all I got to say for today. I hope you had a better day than me, as I like to say. And today was a non-trending day, so my non-trending days when I do trade are gonna cause me a lot more contracts being traded because I'm going to get knocked out at break even and try to hold. I'm trying to hold around underneath -20 at all times. Basically, that's what my goal is. So I can still be within striking range of going positive on the day. It's a non-trending day. All right. Talk to you later. Bye now.